I love the man that he is. He's just amazing. There's just too many things that I could say about why I love him.
The thing I love about her the most that makes me want to marry her, she's a caretaker. You know, she has a sense of humor. It comes easy.
Jared and I met at a NASCAR race in Virginia. We were tailgating. He was a couple of trucks down with his friends. I was with my friends.
When I met Stacy, not that I can recall, was there anyone that was as easy to talk to as Stacy. And I think ultimately that's what made me want to talk to her more.
I knew that I could love him and that it would work and we'd be together.
On September 11, 2008, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor.
When we first heard the news, it was just the typical shock and just not believing it. And then reality, because everything just happened so fast. And you just had to do what you had to do and make sure we got him the best care. And well, Jared had two surgeries to try to remove the tumor. The second surgery was the successful of the two. He then went on treatment with chemo and radiation for a year. He was doing so well, they took him off. He had a recurrence 6 months after that, and he's been in the drug trial for the past 18 months since that recurrence, and he's doing really well.
The doctors at the hospital had me on the experimental treatment, and being that it is an experimental treatment, there's no right or wrong way to do it. They're just going with, as long as my body tolerates it and my MRIs look good, they're going to keep treating it. If my body isn't taking it so well, they're going to take me off of it and try something else to preserve my life. There was a good movie called Patch Adams, and I think there's a lot to be said about the health of a person based off of his attitude, and comedy always relieves stress, I think. And I don't know,
We sure do laugh.
that's my coping mechanism, I guess, if you want to call it that. I got it in my head that I'm not going to let this define me, I'm going to define it. And that's the way I plan on keeping it.
My dad passed away when I was 18. He had cancer, so I lived it throughout my younger years and my teenage years. So I knew what to expect. We did it together and stayed positive, and you know, we can make it happen. You know, people that don't have that support system, it makes everything totally different.
I decided to propose to Stacy, first of all, during the winter, around Christmas time, because that was her favorite time of year, in which she used to help her dad decorate and do that stuff. And ultimately because I knew she was the one I wanted to spend my life with.
A couple years ago, he got me a water globe for Christmas, and it's sterling silver. It has an awareness ribbon in it, a cancer awareness ribbon. He bought it for me for my dad as a memory. We never got it engraved because we didn't know what we wanted to get it engraved with. That's how he proposed to me. He took the water globe off the nightstand, got it engraved with, "Will you marry me, yes or no?" Put it in a box with a ring, and I opened it on Christmas Eve. It happened to be the gift I picked to open on Christmas Eve, not knowing what it was. I saw the water globe, saw what it said, turned to him and said, "Are you serious?" with tears in my eyes. He dropped down on one knee, and I still didn't find the ring because I wasn't thinking about the ring. I was too emotional about the fact that he just proposed to me.
I reminded her that there was a gift still in the box. I could have sold it.
I heard about Wish Upon a Wedding from nurses down at the hospital. They assumed, because of how we interact with each other, that we've been married all these years. And it came up in conversation one time when they called me Mrs. Forey, and I happened to correct them, which I normally don't, that we weren't married. And they're like, "Oh, when you decide to get married, you should try this Wish Upon a Wedding thing." We got picked, and it's just been awesome since. I think that day I'll probably be just a combination of emotions, overwhelmed, relieved, knowing that it finally is here and he's healthy enough and we're making it happen.
I will take in the moment. It's just whether or not I'll remember the moment down the road. because, you know, I want to have fun. Ultimately, I didn't think I could go wrong with her because I was so comfortable, I was in love, and wanted to start a whole new chapter in our life.